Hey guys, what is up? So welcome to this exciting video. So I know I haven't made a video in a long time, so I think it's been 3-4 months at this point. But anyways, I have a big video to come back for you guys. It is of your guys' favorite style of paper games. So I'm going to be showing you guys some incomplete ones I had, and I know I had maybe 1 or 2 of these episodes a while back, and I could easily split all these paper games into many episodes. But this is just going to be one giant long video, and I'm super excited to show it to you guys. I haven't really looked in depth into it. I just made sure there was enough content for each game to be actually showcased. So yeah, this might be a surprise to me as well as you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So here is one that I definitely forgot about. It's a Keiko handheld. It's called Seize. And if you guys remember, I had one called Super Halo Adventures, I believe it was called, something like that. It was about Halo, and it was one of my most popular paper game videos. It was a handheld like this. It was a Keiko handheld, but with a different name and different game. That rhymed. But yeah, so that one I did finish. This one I did not finish, but it's still pretty cool to look at. This is the only one I looked in depth in. So here's Keiko handhelds, because this one's actually interesting to me, actually. Really interesting, at least. It's like way different than anything I've done in the past. So the cool thing about these handhelds is, first off, you would have this stapled up here. But the cool thing about these was that all the stats would be right here, all the controls would be right here. So you didn't have to keep track on a different page or anything like that. Here is the title screen. It says Seize. Is pretty cool there. 7 and up when we had PGC ratings. Here's the main menu, arcade, shop, and versus. Yeah. Okay, and then here's shop. You would have, you would only be able to move side to side in, I'm not sure which mode it was, probably arcade mode. I'm not sure. Maybe all of them. I don't know. But now you can move up and down if you buy that. Power up and defense up, you can read those yourselves. And then here are different planes you can buy. So I'm sure you start out with 3, and then you have 4, 5, and 6. And then it goes on all the way up to number 10. Okay, here is the versus mode. There we go. So you got classic, timed, and race mode, which is pretty cool. So here's classic mode. I never got to race, actually. I don't think so. But anyways, let's go ahead and go. So classic, the thing about these, and I did find these planes. On the back here, there's the character pouch. So I found quite a few planes. I think it's like, let me count them right here. I think it's like 6 different planes. And then we have the one for the classic mode. Or I'm not too sure. This plane is smaller than the others, and I know it's for classic mode. It might be for timed and arcade. I'm not too sure, but yeah. So there's different types of ships for different modes, and that was also a thing in Super Halo, I believe. So this game, you would move side to side, or sorry, up and down here. And then you would just try to shoot the enemy. It would go through your own barriers. You don't have to worry about all that. And you would just try to shoot these enemies here. As you can see, there's a bunch of different barriers here. And then this is your health overall. So that's pretty fun. I'm sure there's probably 2 of these little small planes, so you could play against each other. Here is the timed mode, which I think, I'm not too sure what that is, actually. That's kind of weird, because there's also a player 2. So I think something pretty cool I did was I made paths. So these ships didn't stay in place. You would have to follow the path there. So for example, if I was right here and then this one was going, I would be killed there. So that's just something cool, a little bit of attention to detail, just so you, it's just kind of so it explains the game a little bit better. And this mode actually was pretty crazy. It looks pretty hard. And then here is the next page of that. And that's basically it for the game. Seize is pretty cool. Definitely a different type of game. And I'm pretty sure it's based off some games I really liked back then. So let me just show you guys these planes. There's that one. That's probably the ugliest one. The one I just showed you guys, the little small one, which I think is probably the best drawn. This big one right here. Here we go. These, and then on the back they had the numbers. So if we actually look at the shop, the planes mode, or the whatever the info of the planes, we can see what each one of these did. Actually, this one's very small, so this might be one of those mini game ones. So the planes might not have been the same. Maybe a different player has a different little mini plane right there. So if we actually look at this, let's kind of see what some of these planes do. So number 4, actually I don't think I labeled any past 3. I don't think I did, which is, actually no, here's number 4. This is the only one that's labeled past 3, I think. So it says shoots 4 different bullets at once, and you can see there's 4 different guns. So that's pretty cool there. And let me check if I actually ever label this. This is number 1, so these are probably some of the ones that are starters. Okay, so there you guys have C's. That's basically it for the game. Pretty cool one, actually. I would consider doing something like this again. And I definitely like the handheld idea. I think I could have implemented it better at the time. But this is pretty cool. I literally just had this thought. What if I made like a game and then on the side there's like a dry erase board thing, or like a white erase board part? Not like, not an actual board, so it's huge, but just a tiny little piece. And you could write different stats on there. I just had that vision in my head literally just now. So that could be something. Who knows? For some advanced paper game handheld technology. Okay. So let's move on to Halo Adventures. This one I forgot about completely. This one I was super excited about making. I remember that. Sorry about the angle, by the way. I'll try to hold it up for you guys if I have to. So there you guys have the screen. Has the Master Chief thing. I never actually played Halo. So this wasn't, I don't think it was a standard shooting game. It says Adventures. Just like how those Super Halo Adventures, I think it was called. I'm not too sure, for the handheld. 2013, so quite a long time ago. Here's the game modes: Adventure, Shop, Multiplayer Options, My Profile, My Levels. Here's options, very simple there. DLC, My Profile, Profile and Perks. So here's the profile. You would actually have to set this stuff up. Here's the levels. So I don't think I have perks anymore. I might have lost it. That's most likely. So this is how you can get from level to level. Not sure which mode it's for. It's probably the multiplayer mode. Here are some of the guns. I don't have the other page for the guns, but apparently there's only 11. Here's some kill streaks down here. 5, 7, 3, 10. Here is the multiplayer mode, which is kind of cool part. So it doesn't look like it's like Halo at all. We got the maps: Snowbound, Open, and Warzone. And I think I did complete all these. I think I lost Open though. Yellow blocks are where you spawn. Each battle one is 50, so it's connect 2 controllers. It is multiplayer actually. Guns, you get primary, secondary, and explosives each player. Okay, here's Snowbound, the first one. This is one I actually colored. So you could have up to 4 players playing. And I'm not too sure what the objective was. I think you just kill each other. And I'm not too sure what all this stuff is. I think this button might have pressed down turned off the guns or something like that. I'm not sure what this green one does either. But those are just some cool stuff. Actually, I think these HP things are for the barriers and not for the characters. So I'm not too sure how much health each character had. Here's Warzone mode. This one's quite different. This is pretty cool, actually. Had a whole bunch of obstacles there. Sorry, I'm not used to this angle, so I might have not shown you guys the stuff properly. Here's shop mode, just completely blank. I was probably going to add that later on. Anyway, let me just check the main menu. Yep, this is adventure mode. I know it says it, but sometimes, who knows, it could be for a different game. Then it says, here, this is starting the story. I never played the game. Went to the gameplay. It says, when I was 9, my father was out training. I waited for him to come home every dad. It's probably gonna say every day, but he didn't. That wasn't easy. From that day on, I swore to carry out his mission, to become a Spartan soldier. So kind of a cool story. I mean, quite cliche, but it's a story and it's not the worst in the world. So let's move on now to the next game. That was basically it for that. This is probably the most exciting game. I was obsessed with it, and I'm so proud of this actually to this day. I never finished it, but there's some stuff that I'm just so proud of, which you guys will see in a second. It's just actually really good for me. So here was the prototype or a different version of it. I'm not sure. This is just the worst version, but it still has this really good drawing of Ronaldo. I can tell who that is. I mean, that's really good. It really is. FIFA World Cup 2014. Player stats and info. So this was actually okay, so this was not part of the game. I didn't even see that part. I thought this was just a separate game I made when I tried to remake it, or the prototype version. Here's all the stats. There was 4 players for each team, just so I didn't have to make a billion, or each country, sorry. And it would have the forwards, midfield, defense, and sorry guys, I swear to God, guys, I play soccer. Forwards, midfield, defense, and the keeper. There you go. Sorry. So there you guys have all that. So for Brazil, I didn't really know which ones the best players were. I did a pretty good job with Neymar, or with Brazil though. Mexico, that looks pretty decent as well, actually. Not sure who who the midfielder is, but whatever. And then here we got Croatia. I didn't do a good job choosing the best ones from there. I tried to choose the best ones from each country, but I don't think I knew too much about soccer back then. And I think, this was group something, but this is group A, it says right here, so I'm not too sure. Oh, so this was probably group A, and then this moved on to Cameroon from group A. This is pretty good as well. Ato, Song, Akoto, Hanji, pretty famous players for the most part. And then group B is Netherlands. Wow, Blind was a defender, and apparently he was good. I thought he was good. Van Persie and Robin look about right. Sillison. So there you guys have it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. I'm just reminiscing over this. So that's supposed to be the player stats and info thing. And this, guys, is something now amazing. Like, not this part specifically, but just the rest of this game is awesome. So here I had the practice mode. It's 3 pages long. So you would just go back and forth, and you can shoot. I think I had a flicking system where you would take a pencil or something, or you would use your finger and you'd flick into the goal. The goal is pretty huge in comparison. And there you guys have how it looks. That's the best I can show you guys. So there you guys have that. That's something a little bit cool to go with the game. Now this is really the good stuff, guys. Every time I look at it, I'm so impressed, honestly. I'm not going to spoil anything yet. The front is something kind of advanced that I did. The fact that I made it on cardstock, which is pretty smart. The back is also really cool. We had all the character pouches on the back of this cover, and it was on cardstock specifically. So we had Argentina, Brazil, Germany, and France. I think I actually did make all those characters. Maybe I'll find them a different day. But now, guys, are you even ready for this? These aren't. I could do better drawings now, but I don't know. Something about them just looks so cool. I love how they're in this style. And here we go, guys. This is the title screen. Absolutely amazing. So here is the title screen. I mean, this is some advanced stuff. This title screen looks really good. So we have practice mode, penalty shootout, World Cup mode, online mode. That's really cool. I think that's Chekiote. I'm not even sure who that is. Could be anyone really, just a white guy. And then here we go, Dream Team. Who Neymar actually looks really good. Like, honestly, guys, this title screen looks amazing. We got Christian Maggio there, nicely detailed. Eden Hazard doesn't look like him at all because he has brown hair, not black hair. But I mean, I like how all the facial expressions, you can tell what they're doing. I tried to make them actually look like the person in a more cartoon version, which you'll see later on. You guys saw on the info mode that Ronaldo actually looks pretty damn good. Like, he actually looks, you can tell who that is. I mean, I tried to do that for each one. I had my own specific style and everything. It was amazing. Here we go, guys. This is beautiful. Penalty shootout. We got Ronaldo, looks like Ronaldo. Messi, looks like Messi. And Christian Maggio. I don't know why. I was obsessed with him. I played the mobile version. I think he was in my starter pack, and I thought he was amazing. And I think he actually played really well for me. Choose your team. We had all the countries there. So there are 32 different countries, which definitely makes sense. And then, so that meant there was going to be 32 times 4 amount of characters. So like 100 and I don't want to do that math. 128, something like that. Different characters, which is a lot. Then we had the World Cup. Here's the group stages. It's first stage, and here's each group. All the way up to group H there. Here's the brackets. And there you guys have who you would verse. And I think he chose a country. And actually no, you could just play the different games. And this is how the real Brazil, or not the real Brazil, the real World Cup went. As you guys can see, it went all the way to the final. So this is just you guys could play through the games. You didn't actually choose the country and go through the World Cup, which is kind of a letdown, but whatever. Here we've got the penalty shootout, which as you guys can see, I never finished. Coloring at least, and this is pretty cool. On the top here, you would fill this in if you scored it, and if you had extra, if you had a long shootout, and then you would do the flicking thing again. And now here's my favorite screen. Bam, guys, this is practice mode. It looks absolutely amazing. It really, really, really looks so good. This literally looks like Oscar, except he's orange, and his arms look weird, but that definitely, you can tell that it looks like Oscar. In the middle here, I'm not sure who that was, but that's pretty good as well. I mean, I really like this. And Ramirez looks awesome there. He looks so good. Up here is the controls, and then you could choose one to play from. You can choose from your own club, or you can choose one of these. Maggio's not even a forward. He's a defender. I don't know what I was thinking. I was obsessed with him. We got Xavi for the midfield, and these actually look like the people. That's very amazing. This guy looks like Drake. What the actual? He legit looks like Drake. And I have talked about that game so long, guys. It's absolutely amazing. One of my best games ever, I'm sure. Though it wasn't completed, it's really, really good. Here is Pocket Summoner next. An indie game it was, so it was like a homebrew game. It was a small game, these were supposed to be. And this is kind of a sandbox mode type of game. It's exactly like the mobile version. So here is how you start. It just tells you how to get started, so you would know what to do. So you start with 20 energy, 5 battle points, I believe they're called. Start with Dogi as your character, or as your creature. Actually, I think they're called guards. And then it's just draw your summoner fill at the top. Here you go. Here is that screen. You've got your XP bar. You've got your name, the money you have, your level. Then you got the energy out of, and the SP actually it's called. So probably don't know what that stands for. I mean, here's where you draw your character, and then here are the different modes. There you have that. Here's the level guide. It's actually pretty neat. It tells how much XP you need to go on with. And here's the quest. This is the furthest I got. After the quest, there's nothing else there. So you got all the different. There's actually more, I think. These are some of the different areas, and then it was just like kind of one of those games that takes time. Like you would refresh different energy over an amount of time. So for example, like 10 seconds you get another energy or something. It's like one of those games on mobile but transferred to paper. So here you got all the different quests. So for this one you have to go here and you have to move on, and it says it takes 2 energy each bar, and you fill up the bar, and once you fill up the bar, you would fight this character, and then each time you fill up the bar, you get XP and money. That's how that would work. And see, if you did this one, you could unlock this one, and if you did this one, you could unlock this one. Then you have there, and then here we have all the different ones. You just have to go in order, I think, here. And there you guys have it. Those are really, really cool, actually. I thought the game was pretty functional. It really is. So that concludes it for Pocket Summoner. Let's move on now. Move all these games to the side. Here is Skylanders. I think I made a big binder and a big video on these. Here it is. Artwork looks pretty dang good. Skylanders The Untold, which is actually a pretty good title. The artwork looks really good. I forget what these guys are called. I think this is camo. This is a shark. This is, I bet I could remember, but I really don't. If I really thought about it. Here's the PGC ratings once again. So really good looking screen, or front screen. Then we got the game modes, which looks pretty good. I think his name is Eruptor. Here we got the adventure mode, the ring out, sky goals, survival, and settings. Settings, we had igniter here. This one is actually conveniently labeled. You got the volume, dialogue, achievements, and cutscenes on. And here's sky goals. It's kind of like football. And this is like all based off the real game. It has this there too. It's not just all random. So you had different modes. You had stats, single, 2v2, and versus mode. And the portal, how it worked, I'll explain in a second. Here's choose a stage. And I got to Necropolis here. I believe there's multiple pages, like you would have double-sided or something. Which, yeah, that seems to make sense. And you would just go through these, and I don't remember how it works. I played it in the actual Skylanders Wii edition, but I forgot how it works. It's kind of like football. That's all I know. Now, on here we got a planner. So this kind of will explain some stuff to me. And I haven't looked at it yet. So here is all the characters. Here we got Eruptor. Hex is the girl's name. Eruptor isn't on the cover. Actually, this drawing is, for some reason, I really like it. So I think I changed him just because there's too many of him. Yeah, I didn't want him twice. Here's the game modes. I planned that all out there. Here it is. Sky goals is a football style, field goals, and there's touchdowns. So I think you put it on a random spot, your character picks it up, and you try to just get it into the goal thing. There's 8 different stages supposed to be. Survival, team, and single mode. You play against various enemies until you lose. No healing, and the difficulty gets harder. Adventure, chaos is the main boss. The settings, and then here's how the portal worked. You just had a cutout pocket that said portal on it, and you would put it inside. That's pretty cool, actually. It was a good idea and a good transfer to the real game. Now here's some pretty cool ones. I know I cut out a bunch of different characters, but some of these I didn't cut out. I don't have those cut out characters, but I do have these ones that I never did cut out. So we got Cinder there. Here we've got Camo, Boomer, and Bash. So those are some pretty good drawings. I really like the Bash one, especially there. But those actually look pretty cool. We only have 2 games left to show you guys, but as you guys can see, I hope you did enjoy this long video. So here's one I actually don't know the name of. That's kind of a problem, but I have everything else on it. And this is a kind of a long one, actually. So we got story, KO fight, shop mode, and info. Let me move Skylanders to the side. So here's info mode. We've got X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, Raphael. So this was, and Superman. So this was kind of a combination of different characters from different places. So we got DC, Marvel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So these are the different, that's pretty cool, actually. You played through these different chapters of the game. See, and then it tells you what each one of them's power is. So X-Men had claws, and you played as him during the Ruins chapter, and yeah, we just have that for each one. That's really cool. Oh, this was called Comic Zone. That's what I thought, guys. That's really what I thought, but I didn't have anything to confirm it. So it's basically taking stuff from comic books that you guys know, mostly superheroes, but as you guys can see, there was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it would just combine it into a comic like beat 'em up style game. So you got shop mode, we got character DLC, you would unlock Gambit. I don't even know who that is anymore. Minigame DLC, sketch, another character from actual Comic Zone the game, and then new chapter, it's called Again. Here's the Ultimate KO mode, which I actually think is super cool. I had all these characters here. Yeah, Batman. These are pretty good drawings. Superman, X-Men, Spider-Man. Don't know why his arm is so tiny. Leonardo, and it said blue just because his thing is supposed to be blue there. And then Sketch. I'm not sure if that's a real character or something. Here, there's the fighting mode first. I'm not sure what it's called in this game. It's called KO Fight, I believe. So here we got the laboratory. We got Ruins. So I think those are based off of chapters in the game. And here we got chapter 1, the beginning. So you can start out as Batman or Superman, which is kind of cool as well. kind of like Street Fighter. I mean, I don't remember making these games, but I mean, there's some really cool stuff that I wouldn't have thought of now. So that's an example. So hold B while running. You do the D-pad to run, and then you say, I need to get out of here. So that's just to start out. You get 3 lives. It says, look, I think that's an abandoned building. Quickly, get in. Doesn't explain why, but there you just have to go along with it. Here, you say, I hope this elevator still works, and you go inside. So really kind of bland so far. And then here it says, dang, more bad guys. So there might have been something else before, another page before. But you would put your character here and you would fight this enemy right here. And it was just beat 'em up style, if you can't really tell. Since I never really made much for that game. It was beat 'em up style. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. A decent game there. Now here's the last one. And I'm sure it will be familiar the second I put it on. I really did copy this. Bang. Insert game title here. That was the game name. So, you had Keiko Inc., and then had all this IGN stuff, but it looks like IPGS. He had the blue guy, I have him here, and it says featuring blue, so I do mention that I copied him from there. This thing, it's very familiar, though. I'm sure it does look familiar to you guys there. And I named him Blue. He just called him the blue guy, but I named him Blue. So, yeah, my original character. Okay. So mode new load. It says intro. Hi, I'm Blue, and I'm going to show you how to play this game. How you play simple. Just get to the X. That's it. How? Well, that's you. Not really. Or no, really. Just use your imagination. So there you guys have Blue there. A to continue. You would draw your character. This will be the character you use. This person can include any 2 things. So wings, a wand, sword, whatever you want. And here's just the first one. It says... Blue says, looks empty, right? Wrong. Because you're going to have to draw stuff everywhere to get to the X. So there you guys have it. That is insert game title here. And that is also the last game of this video. So tell me what you guys liked about these games. Which one you liked the most. And what videos you guys would like to see in the future. I deeply apologize for the hiatus, guys. But I'm hopefully going to be back. I've been so busy, especially with my English class. It was literally, my teacher is a psychopath. But I don't have that anymore since it's the 2nd semester now, and I'm a little bit more free, at least right now. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.